It tastes like if you reduced Gatorade on the stove. I'll just have one drink, and that turns into 7 drinks. You're gonna lose your mind.
My job is to work for me, brother, and perpetuate the lie.
And then I go, that's true, and I don't look into it for myself. Most of the time, they bite you and they make you allergic to red meat. I don't know.
Or at least pizza intolerant.
Yeah, that's true. It's tough to just get enough if you're lifting heavy from just like meat.
All right, we're back. Ethan got a new coffee maker, which is really cool. I was like putting the panels in my pantry, and I have like the insulation dust, I feel like, just like in my throat.
Whoa. Miranda just got me a L-carnitine supplement. Carnitine, I think it's just one of the amino acids. It's supposed to help you. Honestly, you should try it, but I don't know if that's something you can't eat. It says no sugar, no something else, no carbs, but it's supposed to help with glycogen retention in your muscles and recovery. I think it's actually more of the fat loss thing, personally, but you'd probably like freak out from how sweet it does taste. It's probably got like sucralose and sugar alternatives in it.
What flavor is it?
Blue raz.
Blue raz, yeah. Is it one of those like super watery type ones?
It's a liquid.
Oh, it's like pre-mixed or whatever.
It tastes like if you reduced Gatorade on the stove.
Oh,
to like a thick syrup.
Gatorade cough syrup.
It actually tastes really good, but you could totally water it down, and it would just taste like Gatorade.
My grass-fed, just organic whey has all 9 amino acids, complete protein.
Well, yeah,
that was good. It tasted good. It just tastes like if you like drank milk in a cup and then just kind of poured it out and then just filled it with water. Without rinsing it and drink it, it was just like kind of like that. Like
it's not like snotty at all.
No.
Some proteins are like protein powders, just are like phlegmy tasting.
No, not at all. And it dissolves instantly too.
Oh man, why do more people not just do that?
Well, I guess because I think they get you addicted to the sugar and the taste, and then you want to keep buying it. You know,
except most protein powder tastes terrible. Like,
yeah, I know. So
they don't even do a good job of flavoring it.
The organic chocolate one, I actually do really like that.
There's some that are great, but a lot of them are pretty dang bad. And I thought it was because they're trying to mask the whey protein flavor.
Yeah. I remember I gave me some creatine once, and that was like acid lemonade flavor. It's like battery acid flavor. It was like neon green.
I think carnitine, the idea of supplementing it is like, I guess it's tough to just get enough if you're lifting heavy from just like meat and stuff. So you do a little extra carnitine to keep your muscles topped up so you have the best pumps.
I'm considering creatine too.
Yeah, creatine I think is a little different, but kind of the same.
It's just on my budget yet to have too many things.
Well, that's not even that. Like, compared to a lot of people, pure whey and some creatine. I didn't tell Miranda to buy the carnitine. She just saw it and was like, oh, Ethan would like that. And I was like, why? Why did you buy that?
Golly. It has like an eternal shelf life on it, too. Honestly.
Or carnitine? What?
The way that I got. It honestly would be a great, like, doomsday prepper thing, because keep the bag sealed in your cupboard, and it's like, all you would need is water, and at least you're getting protein.
Yeah.
To figure out some kind of, like, carb, you know.
Does whey not have any carbs?
I don't think that
cheese usually has a little bit.
I'll go and read the ingredients again. It was some, or just...
It's probably
like
really
negligible, you know. I'm excited. I might try it. I wanted to try it with water first. Like, try it the nastiest way. And yeah, I want to try it with milk today. It's going to be even more protein.
Yeah.
But it'll probably just taste like milk, because it almost tastes like nothing, and it's slightly milky, so it'll just...
What do you think of the lactose-free milk?
I don't know. How do they make it lactose free?
They process it some way, for sure. But
I saw it at Costco. I was like,
I have it right now. Miranda got it for me because she thinks I'm lactose intolerant.
yeah. Well, you might be at least.
I don't know.
You're at least pizza intolerant.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm definitely not lactose. I've been eating nothing but like cheese and milk all week. I feel fine, which is great. But I do think
it's pretty common to not tolerate lactose in some way, shape, or form. Dude, have you seen those Lone Star ticks? This is
like
a conspiracy, dude. You know how ticks usually give you Lyme disease?
Yeah.
There's these Lone Star ticks that I think used to just be in Texas, but now they're spreading around.
I was just going to say, are they from Texas? Because of the name?
And they bite you and they make you allergic to red meat.
The cricket people.
They are probably genetically engineered to make people not eat red meat so that they can force people into being more climate,
cricket eating,
climate,
conscious.
If you can't eat, if more like half the population eventually can't eat red meat because they're allergic to it, like that's way less. So
why don't they just get rid of McDonald's?
I know,
still let me eat steak.
Like
I would take that trade off.
If you could get rid of a lot of factory farming and just eat less terrible, unhealthy meat, and still like eat meat pretty often.
I don't want to get flagged for being a conspiracy theorist. I'm just posing the comparison. The same people, the World Economic Forum, Paris Climate Agreement, they are doing what he's saying, but they also are saying explicitly that the population needs to be cut in half. So it's like, are you actually doing that to save people? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You have two goals, so I'm wondering which that one, what you're trying to attempt that one. Are you really trying to save the planet, or are you trying to accomplish goal number one? Cut the population in half.
The Lone Star tick thing is weird because kind of popped up in the news for a while, and then there was like a request for information about the
Texas tick,
the genetic engineering of this tick, and then it was like all of a sudden they were like, yeah, you have to release that you were working on this thing, because they kind of got them to admit it, but then like it's just radio silence. You can't find any information about it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly a lot of weird bio-warfare and stuff going on.
That would really
just
suck.
Like experimentation, you know what I mean? Whether they put
it in couldn't enjoy red meat anymore. You could still eat chicken and fish, though. It's just red meat. But red meat's the best.
Why didn't they name it the Texas tick? I like the alliteration.
The Texas chainsaw tick.
I've definitely never heard of that one yet, but I don't get any news sources anymore.
I went on Instagram. Instagram had an update where they filter out anything that's been fact-checked from getting to your For You page.
Oh, so like the stuff that even has the warning or what?
Yeah, I turned that setting off. I turned the filtering off. So I get all sorts of crazy stuff now. My Instagram went wild with the conspiracy theory
Mine's
stuff.
Probably just on right now.
Yeah, it's on by default to not show you conspiracy theory stuff, because it's a lot. It's honestly probably good for some people to not be seeing all of that stuff. It's like, I'm just like anybody else where I hear a fact. I've heard this tick thing before, though. And then I go, that's true, and I don't look into it for myself most of the time. So,
right.
I think most people are probably like that, and then you just spread more misinformation.
Well, that's what I was saying about the earlobe thing with Joe Biden. Like, how do we not know that they just didn't Photoshop a different ear on him? Like, it could be him. Maybe ears changed. Like, but you just see it and you're like, oh, wow, how is that possible? And you don't stop at things like someone could easily, a 12-year-old could have easily just Photoshopped ears, post that picture as a joke.
He does look way different than he used to. Like, his hairline is different. He's less bald now. Like, he was balder when he was 50 than he was when he's 70.
Dude, people do change, though. It is weird. Especially, like, your cartilage always grows, So your nose and your ears do look different as you get older.
Everything looks different.
Yeah, but how do you know? Because the photo you're looking at, you have to assume is authentic.
I'm talking about, like, videos of him talking and being very coherent. And people will be like, Oh, well, you can't make fun of the way Biden talks because he's always had a, a stutter. And I'm like, where was his stutter in all these videos where he's actually a pretty good orator? Like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about, stutter? Like, he doesn't have a stutter.
I watched him like doing the crime bill in the 80s and then like turning down anti-segregation laws in the 60s.
I know, he was a hard-nosed, like, kind of a jerk.
Anti-black.
He was really pretty racist. But he was also like a, I don't know,
normal person.
Like, good at talking. He's an intense public speaker. Like,
I don't know. He's just really old, dude.
Well, yeah, whatever. It's,
right.
But like, I don't like that people say, "Oh, you can't say that because he had a stutter." When I've never seen any evidence of him having a stutter. Don't make fun of the guy or whatever for whatever reason. I think the reason is because he had a brain aneurysm twice
and
had surgery on his brain, and the doctor literally said, "If you survive this, you're probably going to be bad at talking when you're old."
Isn't that what he said?
I've heard that somewhere, but like,
or had like a stroke or something.
Yeah, I think he literally said it in a speech. Yeah, I survived, but the doctor said I might be bad at speaking when I'm older. It's like, well, the doctor was right.
We live in such a weird time though, because everything we see, like Big Brother, could already have complete control. You know what I'm saying? Everything we see online could be fake. We already have the technology, so it's just like, how do we actually know? Like,
is it my turn or your turn?
It's my turn. That's the thing I'm saying. It's like,
well, how do you know? Like,
just for the internet,
everything is in. You could go down that rabbit hole of like, how do you know reality is real? How do you know it's not just imagined in your mind and you're in a VR simulation right now?
No, not existentialist argumentation. I'm just saying, just in terms of like the deep faking. You know what I mean? Because until recent, like we are able to authenticate stuff, and there were people that would like say, try to copy Homer, but we have enough manuscripts of Homer to see that the guy, that's a fake.
I mean, yeah, AI and everything, it's getting pretty.
But we as just the lay person is just like the guy in 3,000 years ago reading the fake Homer might not recognize it, but we as professionals looking at it can So I'm just saying that the average person going online, like, we can't recognize the deep fake and the Photoshop.
I'm okay at recognizing it, but it is getting harder. Like, I was listening to
the voice one,
an Instagram reel of Joe Rogan. It's a voiceover of Joe Rogan. I'm like, this is like crazy that he would be saying this, and I forget what it was. And I was like, I think this is an AI voiceover,
dude. Him especially because he's talked so much.
They have it so down. I'm like, geez, this is. I'm pretty sure it was fake.
That was
I can't remember what it was saying, but
the Arnold one I sent you was a fake one. He's like, if you're under 200 pounds, your wife should.
Oh, that's fake.
Completely deep fake. Yeah,
you're a victim weight.
But it's crazy, dude. It's like it sounds exactly like him.
Dang, yeah. Miranda sent me one, and I was like, Miranda, this is a deep fake, like really obvious, and it tricked her. So it must be tricking lots and lots of people.
Totally. The Arnold one tricked me for a second too.
Yeah,
and then you're like, "Wow,
that was so short and kind of just funny." I just didn't think about it,
Yeah,
that's because that's not like someone deep faking like a scientific or a political fact,
Yeah, it was just like I could see him saying that. It was like a joke, Yeah. My wife has met Arnold Schwarzenegger actually multiple times. She used to be his barista. Speaking of the whole conspiracy theories and AI and deepfakes, I am pretty much, if I get this job, Winston from 1984.
Yeah. I was thinking, my this job is not a good job for you. You're going to lose your mind.
My job is to work for Big Brother and perpetuate the lie.
Oh, that's brutal.
I feel like 1984 is like prophetic canon.
It's spooky.
I think he pulled I won't say it because I don't want to make people, but famous people who have written religious books in the past I think he pulled an automatic writing and got some like insight into what to say. So accurate.
Maybe he's from the future. Time traveler.
True.
Dude, so much crazy stuff has already happened in like the first week of 2024. Did you see the thing in Florida?
I haven't been online at all for anything.
There was like something at this mall in Florida. There's like 300 cops. Like, it looked like 300 cop cars.
Oh, I did see a teeny clip of that.
Parked on there, and they're saying it was for kids fighting with sticks in the mall.
It was the most cops I've ever seen in my life.
Apparently, that's their thing. This could all be fake too. I haven't like looked into it. Like, people were saying it was an active shooter, but then some people are saying it was 8 to 10 foot tall shadow beings running around the mall, like straight up Stranger Things. That's the most fun one to believe.
Oh, Florida, dude.
Now they just got hit by a tornado, like today. I don't know if it hit the mall, though. That would be something else if it hit the mall where all that shit went down.
But think about it, isn't it sketchy that AI training company, I'm supposed to like assume the Ukraine war that hasn't happened?
What?
Yeah, that's like one of the parameters, is the Ukraine war hasn't happened yet. The AI just isn't that up to date. I'm like, what? How can it not be that up to date? It's like 2 years old or something. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, they're definitely going through the internet and rewriting that whole situation.
I'm starting to think the Mandela effect is just a test to see how much they can get away with changing in history before we all
No, it's always been freaking out.
Well, yeah, history's always been rewritten by the victor or whatever. But
kind of, dude. Humanity has always had.
People forget so easily. Dude.
I don't know, dude. We've always had a pretty good respect for history until the age of modernity.
Yeah.
Like, even the victors would keep records of, the other people, or they would attempt to wipe it out, but we'd recover.
People have selective memory too. Like, I swear, so many people have blocked out all the crazy stuff that happened during COVID. They wouldn't even remember it unless you brought it up and showed it to them, like video.
I think the problem too is where your library is. Like, there, if every document was stored in Rome's official library, then yeah, it'd be a lot easier for them to burn it or keep it. But it's it wasn't like that. It was spread all over. Whereas now everything is in Google's library. You know what I mean? It is in one company's library, unless you're writing it physically in a journal or something else.
Google filters out tons of stuff, or they make it incredibly hard to find.
Just want to do one more.
they edit they curate their search engine. But these are feeling good. We can do a couple more. What's the Library of Alexandria? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That burned down and probably was full of really great information. And I think it is Egypt times. And it burned down and they lost everything. But it was probably sabotage. Let me get my water.
Wow, that's it. Oh, I don't even know how many we're at right now, guys. 5, maybe? I think maybe 5 or 6, possibly.
That's 5, I think.
I think we did 5. I'm going on the 6th one.
No, you're going on the 5th one.
No, I already did one more than 4, I swear. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't care. I gotta see where the camera is.
Second week of the new year still.
Oh, my weight loss has stagnated.
You have to put in jogging or something.
I know. Trying to put drum practice back into my daily thing.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of little things that I want to do for do my French lesson, work out, track my calories. That's like
Do
little
a
thing,
walk.
you know, like I don't know, add drum practice back in at least like 30 minutes or something. You know, like I don't know. I got plenty of time in my day,
Right.
but those little things take
Work on
willpower.
recording.
Yeah.
That's how you get stuff done. It's the plotting 15 minutes a day, man.
I do think if you can do little things with delayed gratification, you know, stuff that doesn't show immediately, but over time builds up if you stick with it little by little, it like changes your whole life.
That's what I've been saying, man. I've been doing just every day I'm writing my new script. I'll do about a page, maybe 2 pages. I'm not limiting myself. I have to write, 2 pages a day. It's just like I'll write until I stop for a second and can't think, and then at least I wrote. And doing that, I haven't really run into writer's block, and all the scenes are pretty good. Whereas I used to force myself. I used to do like, okay, I need to do an hour of writing, and then it'd be like sometimes, the last 30 minutes, the last 15 minutes, you're like forcing yourself to keep writing, and then you write a scene that's not very thoughtful. And yeah, I could bust it out quicker, but it's like also it took longer. Whereas this, like sometimes I'm doing it for like 5 minutes, and I'm already like a third of the way through new script. But I did find out if you skip a day, like I just won't do it today, you're more likely to then skip again and then not. You kind of do have to keep them as like a somewhat routine.
Yeah.
With like Duolingo, same thing. It's like if I skip a day, then I almost miss 2 days in a row sometimes.
Bad decisions compound on each other. It's like, oh, I'll just have 1 drink, and that turns into 7 drinks, and that turns into getting 4 hours of sleep instead of a full night's sleep, and then the next day you're hungover. You skip your morning workout and you eat fast food because you're craving greasy food. That is something that happened to me. That's like been my life, dude, for like every weekend for like the past 10 years.
How late did you stay up last night?
No, I got great sleep last night. I turned it around during the week. The bad decision on the weekend, I'll just have one because I earned it this week.
It's the one drink.
And then it just snowballs into you're messing up your whole day, your whole diet.
Well, that is exactly what we're saying, but that you do have the added chemical influence of the alcohol helping you as well. Like hitting the NOS button on your car. I haven't had alcohol for a long time. I don't know if I ever will. I think
if you're not into it at this point, there's no reason to start doing it now.
Oh no! I mean, I like a beer with like pizza every once in a while, or if I go out to a restaurant. Like I enjoyed, we have so many cool breweries. I like trying different stuff, but just the yeast. I think I'm probably fine to eat yeast.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm probably fine. I think that my stomach is probably a little sensitive to the extra bubbliness. But that's why I've been avoiding it, because I want to give that a little bit longer time. I haven't done any sugar, any bread, gluten, or yeast for a while. But we have these beers in my fridge. I'm like, can't even drink the beer that I bought. But I did just get from Life Source, the Jovial is the brand, but the einkorn flour or whatever from England.
Oh, you can get that here?
Yeah, but that's the only store I could find it at.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
They didn't even have it
at
Walmart.
Order it.
They didn't even have it at Market of Choice. Yeah, and if you do order it, it's freaking expensive.
Yeah,
because like
you got to pay international shipping.
It was $6.99 for a thing about this size.
You're gonna
not too bad.
I mean,
but I don't eat a ton of bread. I kind of want to make right now, Lauren's buying a loaf from the store and it's $5, and she goes through about one a week.
You're
so
saving
it's about $25 a month.
Flour for sure. You could probably make.
Lauren's grandma has only exclusively made her own bread for so long, and it's really good.
I mean, you know how. We know how. We worked at a bakery forever.
It'll take me
not rocket science.
It'll be a learning curve to mix it long enough, maybe get it to the exact right because Katie would always do that. But in terms of like knowing if it's proving right, and bake it and stuff.
Also, once you do it a few times, you kind of sort what temp of your oven is and how many sprays it needs.
Oh, dude, I was a master at like baking the loaves.
Oh, me too.
Just thousands.
I didn't know it was such a big deal, but everybody would always go, "Oh my gosh, I love it when you bake the bread." And I was like, "Nope, I just basically burn it." Like that's compared to Katie, always pulls it out fast because she's like worried about selling it. But it's so much better when you get that actual crust.
Oh yeah,
and it cuts way better, and the sandwiches hold up better, and it's sourdough. It's supposed to have a thick crust on it. If you don't want a thick crust, get the wheat.
The focaccia, though, I do like it. The focaccia, you got to get it just right to where it's not burnt.
Yeah, the focaccia is a little, depending on the topping.
And yeah, depending on the flavor.
What's the cheese that'll burn, like feta or something? And the mozzarella will burn.
You just put it on like right near the end, you know. Yeah, if you get the focaccia too soft, then it just becomes kind of spongy later in the day. But if you get too crispy, dude, a good, perfectly baked focaccia sandwich, that would kill me, man, right now.
It's not even real focaccia. You've seen actual focaccia.
The stuff that she used to make for Jamie at Naughty Noodle was.
Yeah, that's way more.
And that stuff was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I miss? She'd make like cakes, the wedding cakes, birthday cakes, and you like kind of shave it to make it flat so you can stack them. Those just little, little slices of like chocolate cake. Oh, so good. Better than normal cake.
Yeah. I actually got weirdly good at making cake.
Should we throw away on this and just do like kind of a shrug? Maybe?
Yeah. I got kind of weirdly good at decorating cakes.
Where are you gonna?
Just throw this on there with it. It's probably good. I don't know. It's backwards.
Because it doesn't matter, right? Why do we stack them the way we do? I guess because you're progressively overloading.
It's just the way it looks. Because it's more aesthetically pleasing.
I kind of like this. It looks like Axel from Twisted Metal. That guy, he's just like tortured just between two wheels. Like,
his arms are just the wheels.
The most exposed, for fighting.
It's like the most vulnerable position you could be in a demolition derby. You'd bump anybody, all your limbs would break.
Your junk is just exposed. You're pretty sure he didn't have a lot of clothes on either.
He was shirtless.
He was kind of like BDSM, just like leather and chains, and just like strapped between two big.
They were like shooting machine guns and missiles and stuff at you. Like,
he was cool because he couldn't like tip over, like he was like always upright. But my favorite was Sweet Tooth. He was always my favorite. Yeah. And then they made him.
Sweet Tooth was too scary for me.
They made him like the main bad guy.
Do you remember those RC cars that you could drive right side up and upside down and spin in a 360?
Yeah,
I got that one Christmas. You could drive into the curb and do a flip and then drive away. And you could spin around super fast. That
was it. The one with the
present,
the tank tires, or the?
And it had two big, just off-road wheels.
And it was so you could drive red on one side and green on the other.
Right? Yeah, I'd take it to a mountain bike course, and you could drive around the skate park.
Oh, you could do one wheel, so it could be flip, 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 flip like that.
No, I think that's a different one.
Oh, same kind of concept.
Oh yeah.
Man, you were one of those kids who was lucky enough to have
I actually had some pretty good Christmases. I got some really expensive Lego sets, usually. Yeah, that RC car was a game changer.
You know what was weird though? When we were a little bit younger, toys just never worked.
What are you talking about?
Just the cheaper ones, you know, with like batteries that like do this or light up. Like they'd work for like one day and break. Like that was my childhood. Just like being used to like toys not actually working. I remember
Are you sure you weren't just breaking them?
No, I remember for a long time. We'd just get the cheapest ones.
Are you talking about like the ones that just would like a gun that would like flash and go?
Yeah. And you get it from the store, and then it just wouldn't work. I remember because I had a Star Wars Stormtrooper rifle.
Oh.
And it was supposed to do that, and it never worked.
Oh.
And like that was just the story of my childhood. But now it's just like I feel like kids' toys work. Or like we got a Gremlin, and like sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. At like 2 a.m. and be like, I'm hungry.
I remember when my sister got Furby.
Yeah, the Furbies or Gremlins or okay.
Furbies. They were these little like, they kind of look like an owl, a little fluffy thing, and their eyes would move, and they would like slowly learn to talk to you. I think.
Yeah.
And something about it was just like the scariest thing in the world to me. And she would like turn all the lights off and set the Furby at the top of the stairs. My sister was cruel to me, dude. It was always the top of the stairs, something that would freak me out. She put the Furby up there, and I'd be like, ah! I couldn't go upstairs to go to my room. One time when we lived in Minnesota, I was scared of the Night of the Living Dummy, the Goosebumps show. I don't even know if I read the book, but there was the show. And it's a living dummy, right? So she drew black lines on her chin to make her mouth look like a dummy mouth. And I think she even like kind of dressed up in like a, you know, like a little suit jacket and maybe like even a top hat. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But she dressed up and put shoes on her knees and like waddled at me as a dummy, as a ventriloquist dummy. I was so scared. I was like 5. She was terrorizing me.
What the heck? I saw your sister for the first time ever the other day.
Really?
When I went to bring Fox back.
That couldn't be the first time ever.
I think so, dude. When you're both ventriloquist. That's all I can think of.
I'm still kind of scared of ventriloquist dummies. Like Jeff Dunham, I don't watch that guy. Even though he's pretty funny. Kind of terrible, honestly. But
I don't like him. Yeah.
I just get... His ventriloquist dummies aren't that scary looking, but they're scary enough for me to not like them.
I never really got... I'm trying to think of anything that I was afraid of as a kid. The only thing I can really think of was Beetlejuice, but he's kind of scary.
Beetlejuice is scary. That movie's terrifying.
I had nightmares of Beetlejuice. And I was probably too young to see it, because that movie... And then I watched it again for the first time after forever. Like, I think on our flight for our honeymoon, or maybe a recent flight. And I was like, man, no, he like goes to hell, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and then you like see how people, like someone has like an axe in their head, or like someone was like run over by a car with like a flat tire mark. Like, no wonder I was scarred as a kid.
And it's very like cartoony, dream distorted, but it's like real props and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just really is.
That's Tim Burton, right?
That's like the best era of Tim Burton. Those early stuff.
I think they're making a Beetlejuice too, or is that a rumor?
Oh my!
I feel like I heard that.
They stop, please, with the reboot.
I know. Edward Scissorhands too.
No.
Amber Heard. I'm not saying like I wasn't a scaredy cat, but like there wasn't that many. It was like
your parents sheltered you pretty well from that stuff.
I was just gonna say it's probably because I actually watched a lot of stuff. Like I grew up on Blade Runner, where he like gouges the guy's eyes out, and like
I loved like Blade and 13th Warrior, and certain
gore was fine.
Like fighting, scary, sci-fi, dark movies. That stuff didn't scare me. That was cool, I didn't even see The Exorcist, I think, until I was in high school, and it scared the crap out of me.
Oh, the X-Files theme song, that always scared me.
Oh, I loved X-Files.
I knew that X-rated meant like adults only. I didn't know it was like porn, and so I thought the X-Files was like, you can't, like, it's the top rated. And my parents would always watch it when we went to bed, but like right after I went in my bed and they'd watch it loud, I could just
that would be scary. Just hearing the sound would be scary.
I'm trying to go to sleep.
The squiggly bar like pushes into my wiener.
I think it's blocked by that. That's what I was thinking. Like scooping it. I know, it's the same thing.
I had to adjust the bar.
I grab it by the inside curve. I've been grabbing it there and like pulling up. Yeah, like all the way in.
Yeah, that's better.
But then it's like lower. I don't know.
I'm surprised this keyboard stand is holding.
I know, it's a lot of weight.
205? No,
because it's just 25.
Yeah.
So 75 pounds plus another 70 pounds, so 145.
Oh, I thought it felt pretty light, actually.
Yeah, I've just been doing more. Just getting a good pinch. Yeah, you think there's a keyboard that weighs 145 pounds?
No, I doubt it.
That's a lot, dude. Like, oh, nice keyboard. You bring it to my car for me?
Some keyboards do weigh quite a bit, but I don't think there's any that weigh that much.
Piano.
Maybe I mean, a Rhodes might weigh close to that. Just the top of the Rhodes. They're like I'm not sure how much a Hammond B3 organ weighs. They're pretty heavy, but they're like furniture,
Yeah, I really need to work on my music video reels. It's just been so busy doing everything else.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do a February release. Yeah. Ooh, I heard that one. Nope.
I got a definite kink in my upper mid back today. I think I just have some spine problems. I need to go to a chiropractor or something. Get adjusted. Oh, so we did shrugs. We did curls.
Just do lat raises.
Lateral.
I need to get back and finish my pantry.
Yeah, that's fine. I got more lessons, so it doesn't crank or turn over or anything. It just. But all the instruments that come on when you put the key in, but then when you go to start it, it just craps out and doesn't do anything.
If anyone's watching this, Ethan needs a new car.
Yeah, can start a GoFundMe for a new Lamborghini.
Could gift it straight to a Lamborghini. And not even being humble.
That Camry, honestly, it's 24 years old. That's pretty good for a guitar or a car that, just drove it into the ground and didn't take very good care of it.
Especially the dinky just around town stuff.
But at this point, we replaced the engine. We replaced the shocks on it.
Right, you want to just keep going.
I know, it's do we just sell it for almost nothing and get another Camry, or do we just pay the money to fix it out of pocket?
Whew, those weights are cold. I kind of got to that point with our old Subaru where I was just fixing enough stuff. I'm like, it behooves me to just get a car where I'm not fixing something every 20 days.
Ooh, that's heavy.
Cars are expensive now, though, dude.
I know, it's insane.
Because that's the other thing. Is he would sell that, and you get a used car. Well, it's just someone else who has a similar car with all the situations.
Yeah,
that's why I went with new. I'm like, either I keep this and I fix it up, or I get a new one. Because if I just buy another used car, it's going to be the same story.
You're paying a premium every month to not have to worry about that.
Yeah. So. And to just be the only owner. So I know what happens. I can change the oil when I need to. I can rotate it when I need to. I can service it when I need to. And just always, thankfully I've been able to do that with my truck. Technically the second owner. But I got it from my uncle. So it's I know it'll last forever because there's no mystery to
Well, yeah, those cars too, those older cars like my Volvo, they're pretty easy to diagnose, and most of the stuff you can fix on it yourself for cheap, and it's actually not that hard.
The new cars are hard.
The new cars is just all computer.
But I won't have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah, if you have a new car that's also breaking down all the time, get rid of that thing. What the heck? That's a waste.
Yeah, mine has 30 computers on it or something.
No, they all do now.
So, who knows? And it does do weird stuff. Like sometimes the passenger window won't want to roll up. It's my truck is literally just a windy.
Same with my car. Yeah,
I never have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'll turn my car off, and I don't have to be mad when my friend didn't roll up his window. I have to turn my car back on to roll up the window. I just roll it up.
Near the bar?
What?
This bar?
Why would you want to do that?
What are you going to do? Squat it or?
Can't squat in that outfit. Illegal.
Nice.
Heavy?
I can't go down very far.
Your pants too tight?
No, pants are restricted.
Your jacket too restricted? Get out of here. What are you doing?
That's the impressive part.
Yeah.
Just the overhead.
That's, yeah.
40, it's actually a decent amount of weight. A 45-pound bar. I can't even do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, I
mean, I'm kind of surprised she did that. That is heavy. That's an awkward movement, really, is more a thing.
Well, I will admit my driver door lock has been broken for years. You're good. But I can just go around the other side. So sometimes stuff does happen.
There's certain things, I don't know, I've had this conversation with somebody where you'll just deal with stuff because it's not that inconvenient. It's more annoying to actually take the time to fix it and address it. But even though it would only take an afternoon to fix it or something.
No, I've tried.
Oh yeah?
No, I agree, but no, I agree with what you're saying. My specific lock thing, I've tried. I don't know. I have to fix the whole cylinder. But it's it's fine because usually I'm running errands almost every time. So I get something, so I put it in the seat next to me, turn the car on, unlock, and then walk around. And I'm just used to that routine. The only time it comes in weird is
you always look chivalrous for your passengers.
Yeah, exactly. Just always there. Hey, let me get that for you. And then I stand on the other side. I'm like, can you let me in? I want to replace the seat belts too, but the seat belts are $400 to replace.
Oh,
yeah. I got a new fuel pump for $19, but the seat belts.
Did you know Volvo owns the patent on seatbelts? So every car that's ever made, they pay a royalty to Volvo for inventing the seatbelt.
Well, it's got to get overturned at some point, right?
I don't know.
100 years.
I don't think it's been.
The original Mickey Mouse is now public domain.
Oh, yeah.
Steamboat Sally or whatever. I don't know what his name is.
Steamboat Willie?
They keep getting away. It should be actual Mickey Mouse, but they keep getting away with it by just changing the color of his red by 1.00000% tone. He's different. You guys, if we don't come together and take Disney down, the future is grim. Beans freaking peed on the floor. Well, kind of on accident.
Who did?
Cat.
Your cat?
She like pees on the edge of her. Like she pees in, like right against the edge of her litter box for some reason. It's like her favorite spot. So she just like aimed too high, and right when I was coming, I was like, ah.
It was right by the litter box, so it's probably like.
No, she was peeing in the litter box.
Yeah.
Just like she won't just pee in the center of it. She has to pee on the rim.
That's funny.
I guess she doesn't want to step in it.
How do you tell a cat to get better at that?
It makes sense because she probably gets in and she doesn't want to like pee in the center and then step in it. So she like positions her, like I don't know. But I mean, it's cool that they know how to use litter boxes.
Yeah.
But I gotta fix that.
Yeah, I have pretty bad luck with cars. Lately, it seems like there's always something broken. It always comes in waves, too. They, like, break down at the same time. At least I have one working car at a time, And then it'll be good for a few months, and then it breaks down again. I'm pretty good about like checking the fluids and rotating the tires and stuff. It's all just stuff that's out of your control. It just breaks.
Okay. Alright, you guys, Ethan is finishing his setup. I think we're going to sign out here because I gotta get home, get this video up for you. But I have to finish working on my pantry before Lauren gets home because everything's spewed everywhere. So, like, subscribe, comment, buy Ethan a new car if you have the money. I mean,
Please.
dude, you're just some random person from like Dubai watching this. Like, you have so much money. You're going to die.
Just message me for the Venmo.
Yeah, you're going to die with millions of dollars in your bank account.
Yeah, disposable income. If you have it, dispose it on us.
Use it or lose it. I say this. I say it to myself too. Like, we're all gonna die with money in our bank account. Like, use it or lose it, baby.
We're gonna have to give up making these pretty soon if you guys don't start sending us money. These are not the most lucrative YouTube videos.
No, they take up so much. This is like I literally work like 20 to 30 hours a week on these. To no return. Even our best friend.
No one's even discovered us yet.
No. Alright, well, we'll catch you next time, though. But yeah, Dubai people send us money.